statement in this PBL assignment is we need to compare the manual calculation with simulation to design the simple radio receiver system with class B amplifier that drive 10 ohm speaker which is load with maximum peak output current of 1 ampere. I will present a little bit background of class B amplifier. It is class B amplifier when an amplifier is biased at cutoff so that it operates in the linear region for 180 degree of the input cycle and is in cutoff for 180 degree. The first figure in the left side is shown the output signal is only half cycle. The second point is the class B amplifier is biased at the cutoff point, as I said just now, so that ICQ is equal to 0 and VCEQ is equal to VCE cutoff. The second figure in the left side shows where the Q point in class B at. Complementary symmetry circuit is used to design our radio receiver system. This is because the circuit is the most popular type of push-pull class B amplifier. We use complementary symmetry circuit instead of transformer coupling because it can reduce the weight and cost since there is no need of center tap transformer. Center tap transformer makes the circuit bulky, heavy and costly. So the figure below shown where the output in the complementary symmetry circuit in positive cycle. Class B power amplifier is the most suitable in the radio receiver system. This is because class B amplifier have more efficiency compared to other type of amplifier. The device current are combined, so the load current is continuous. The class B amplifier also can prevent distortion of amplitude modulation or frequency modulated signal, and it will suitable for radio frequency. Device operating in class B are used in linear amplifier, so called because the radio frequency output power is proportional to the square of the input excitation. This characteristic prevent distortion of amplitude modulated and frequency modulated signal passing through the amplifier.
My name is Fahim Hazman Muhammad Fauzi. So next is the operation of the class B amplifier. The class B amplifier used two complementary or matching transistor, one being NPN type and the other is the PNP type, with both power transistor receiving the equal input signal and the equal magnitude, but in opposite phase to each other. This results in one transistor only amplifying one half of 180 degree of the input waveform cycle, while the other transistor amplify the other half of remaining 180 degree of the input waveform cycle, with the resulting two halves being put back together again at the output terminal. Then the conduction angle for this type of amplifier circuit is only 180 degree or 50% of the input signal. Next is for the V sign, which is the AC supply for the simulation. We use a 10 volt AC supply with the frequency of 10 so that the signal shown in the oscillator can easily be seen because less wavelength. And then we use the 120 microfarad capacitor, NPN transistor, PNP transistor. And for the speaker, I replace with the resistor with the same load as 10 because if I use the speaker for the simulation, it will create a noise that can hear my explanation. Two battery or DC supply with both positive 15 volt and negative 15 volt. So if we run the simulation, you can see that the input and the output signal for the class B amplifier, which is the yellow one is the input signal and the blue one is the output signal. So if we see the output signal for this that generate from the circuit is there is the dead point at this part, which is called the crossover distortion. In class B amplifier, the transistors are biased at the cutoff region. This transistor can enter the active region if and only if their base emitter junction is forward biased. The input voltage must be greater than the cut-in voltage of the junction. If the input voltage less than the cut-in voltage, the transistor will be in the off state and the output is zero. The output signal will distort near zero crossing. This is the part of the zero crossing. Hence, the conduction angle become less than 180 degree. So, this is the waveform or signal for the class B amplifier. Uh, then the crossover distortion make the disadvantage of the class B because it make if we put the RF signal, it will become a static noise. So for the output signal is this, we get the approximate to 1 amp.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhad bin Hashim. So I would like to present the discussion of our project. Okay, firstly, transformer couple is used when there are coupled to make a multi-stage amplifier. The high output impedance of one stage comes in parallel with the low input impedance of next stage. Hence, the effective load resistance is decreased. This problem can be overcome by a transformer coupled amplifier. But next, we can see the complementary transistor is used in the completion of this project. The amplifier circuit using complementary symmetry transistor comprises a driver stage having a load and a diode, and a complementary symmetry transistor amplifier stage having an NPN transistor and a PNP transistor. The bases of the NPN and PNP transistor are connected to a diode. This amplifier circuit provides an output across the load connected to a connection junction between the two emitters. This type of a complementary symmetry transistor amplifier circuit has been widely used because of its comparatively high operation efficiency. Specifically, if the impedance of the load of the driver stage is increased to obtain a high gain, the driving current supplied to the complementary symmetry transistor circuit decreases. Therefore, a large output cannot be obtained across the output load. Okay, based on the result of the input and output waveform, we can see the formation of crossover distortion in the waveform. Crossover distortion produces a zero voltage flat spot or dead band on the output wave shape as it crosses over from one half of the waveform to the other. The reason for this is that the transition period when the transistors are switching over from one to other does not stop or start exactly at the zero crossover point, thus causing a small delay between the first transistor. In order that there should be no distortion of the output waveform, we must assume that each transistor starts conducting when its base to emitter voltage rises just above zero. But we know that this is not true because for silicon bipolar transistor, the base emitter voltage must reach at least 0.7 volt before the transistor starts to conduct due to the forward diode voltage drop of the base emitter PN junction, thereby producing this flat spot. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nubari bin Muhammad Fazani and I'm from 1B EKG. So for my part, I will explain about the conclusion and recommendation for the assignment. Firstly, the conclusion. The radio receiver system is commonly used nowadays, as we know that radio receiver is an electronic device that receives the radio wave and converts the information to a usable form. So, for this radio receiver, it uses a class B power amplifier that used to increase the power signal. It also known as a push-pull amplifier configuration is used to improve the full power efficiency with other types of amplifier class. As we use the amplifier class B to drive most type of the output device, it will obtain a good of power gain with as much of the energy consumed from the power supply going into load as possible. So, as the improvement for this amplifier, we should increase the value of V sign or change the value of load resistor to gain the maximum current to generate at 1 ampere peak current. The recommendation to improve, the first point is use class AB power amplifier for the RF receiver because the output signal will have less distortion. Secondly, adding a diode. Thirdly, increase the AC input voltage for better efficiency and peak current. And lastly, applying negative feedback mechanism to improve efficiency that cuts the crossover distortion. That's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.